Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us live for the Two Queens and a Mic podcast. I'm your host, Nicole.
And Fancy. Hey guys.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. So, I'm super excited about tonight's episode 12, Black Women in Healthcare, advocating for our bodies, voices, and lives. As you know, a lot of times Black women sometimes have to really fight for ourselves, advocate for ourselves, and sometimes it's just a little too late. Um, and I really think that this is important for me and Fancy to share our journey with this topic. So we're going to dive in shortly. How you doing this evening, Fancy? How was your day?
Doing pretty good. My day was good, very productive. Just doing some courses and stuff like that, being tested as usual.
Mhm.
But a great day. How about you?
It's good. I mean, got some stuff done, checks off some things, being tested too. I'm gonna go ahead and cancel my subscription. We 8 days into 2026 and I'm good. I cancel it. I don't want the free trial. I don't want the package. I don't want none of that. I'm good.
Okay. Okay. Cancel my trial. Okay. Trial ended.
Okay. Right. I'm gonna end it. I'm gonna take the credit card off. Don't charge me tomorrow. We just gonna cancel the free trial now.
Right.
A lot
Just
of y'all
cancel.
are feeling that. Just drop it in the comments. Whoo, these first 8 days. But
Okay.
nonetheless, blessed. Very thankful to be here. But
Yes.
yeah, we can go ahead and just cancel this 8 day, 7 day,
Okay.
8 day subscription. All right. So we're going to go ahead and get right into it. Again, thank you again for joining us. Be sure to click and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're super excited. Um, Kicking this off, doing something a little bit different. Episodes are still going to be available on Spotify, but the main go to is going to be YouTube. So you want to make sure that you click and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Again, Two Queens and a Mic podcast with Nicole and Fancy. You can also find our page on Facebook and Instagram. We thank all of our followers thus far. So let's get into it. So, Black women in healthcare. So, Fancy, can you share a time when you felt dismissed or unheard by a healthcare provider?
Yeah, I mean, plenty of times because, number one, having four children, and going through four labor and deliveries alone, as a Black woman and our pain levels, they tend to not believe
Oh,
us
yeah.
when we are, in stress or distress rather, or, in pain. And so, that was a time where I felt dismissed or unheard because, I'm having these labor pains, I'm going to the hospital, I'm, 5 minutes apart of my contractions. But from what they're seeing, I'm not looking like I'm in pain, right? I'm still,
Right.
looking like I'm
Isn't
good. Yeah.
right. Isn't that
And so,
crazy how they do that? It's like, how you gonna tell my pain tolerance? If I'm telling you I'm in pain, I'm in pain.
mhm. Exactly. If I tell you my pain level is a 9, then that means my pain level is a 9. Just because I'm not crawling and crying all over the floor and screaming and hollering doesn't mean that I'm not in pain.
Very true. Very true. Um, I think for me, this whole perimenopause journey,
Mhm.
telling you, oh, there's nothing wrong, you okay. And I'm like, hold on, I got night sweats, day sweats, mood swings, like my diet, my sleep is off, everything is off. 1 minute I'm smiling, the next minute I'm, crying, all these emotions, and they're just not listening. Oh, you're fine. You're
Yeah.
fine. And I'm a year in and I'm like, I'm not fine. Something is not okay. And we
Right.
need to figure it out. So, it can be very disheartening because you expect these people to be empathetic. They're doctors. They're supposed to have that bedside manner, listening and all of that. And here, I'm just going
Mhm.
to write this. Here, take this. And it's
Right.
like, but that's not it. I know that something is wrong. I
Yeah,
need you to listen to me. Don't dismiss me. I need you
exactly.
to listen to me. And
Exactly.
unfortunately, everybody's body is not the same. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So
Yeah,
my health is different from a white woman. My health is different from a Native American. My health is different from Asian, Hispanic, you name it. So my health is different from another black woman. You know,
exactly.
you can be healthy, fit, and I could be the total opposite or vice versa. So
Exactly.
it's the not listening part. Like,
Yeah.
do your
Yeah.
job.
Exactly, and the thing is that they treat the symptoms, right, and not the actual cause or what's really going on, and so
Right.
they're just
The root
listening
of it.
to yeah, "Oh, you got headaches, your body hurt." Okay, it's stress. Is you gained a little weight. It's, they're very surface with it, and like you said, it differs from woman to woman, and it
Right.
differs for Black women versus, a different race and things like that, but that doesn't count out that like maybe a provider of a different race can help you more than a black provider, but it's just how educated that person is on different types of women.
Correct. I agree with you. I agree with you. Go ahead.
And if you're heard, right, the main thing is like
Right.
you
If
said,
you're
being
heard, if you're
heard.
not heard, if I don't
Yeah.
feel like you're listening or you're dismissing me, chances
Mhm.
are I'm not going to come back.
Yeah.
And now, whatever is bothering me or affecting my body, it
Mhm.
is now lingering on as far as the cure,
Yeah.
getting what I need to feel better because
Right.
now it's a trust thing. Oh, you're
Exactly.
gonna be if I go to another doctor, they're gonna do the same thing. So I
Right.
think, we definitely have to advocate, even if they may think they know. I mean,
Right.
I've heard stories of women, oh, it's this, and you be on all these medicines, and it wasn't even that.
Exactly. And now the
It's
medicines have caused you to have
more
other side
trauma.
effects and more things going on with you.
Very true. Very true.
Meanwhile, you're still having the same symptoms that you had originally,
That
on
was
top of
me.
that.
Here we gonna give you this. Here we gonna give you that. And I'm like,
Yeah.
but I don't. Oh, it is, and they're quick to tell. I feel like they're quick to tell African American women, or at least I've experienced, oh, it's all hereditary.
Mhm.
And,
Yeah.
I've had one doctor say, just because your mom, your dad, your grandmother, your sister, whoever had XYZ, that don't mean you gonna get it.
No. No.
There's a chance you may not. So
Right.
it's like really listen when we're in front of you and we're telling you something. This is
Right.
what's going on.
Right. I had a friend who had breast cancer, and the reason why they never tested her for it is because none of her family ever had breast cancer. So they were telling her that she, just needed to wait until she was like 45 to get the testing done because it didn't run in her family. But she ended up having
She
breast
had it.
cancer in her 30s and she
That is
died.
crazy. That is
Yeah.
so wild.
Fourth
That, that
fourth stage. Went to the hospital. She was in the fourth stage.
now think about had a doctor just really been like, you know what? I know this isn't in your family, but let's just take a look. I'm pretty sure she was voicing it. She was having concerns or whatever. Or what about the ones that get misdiagnosed, i.e., me? You telling me I have it. Every
Mhm.
test is saying otherwise,
Yeah.
but come to find out, it wasn't even that.
Exactly. Because
That's
with her,
crazy.
she had like flu-like symptoms and she kept going to the hospital. They kept giving her flu medicines and all of that. And then later on, she felt a lump. And
Mm,
that's when she went in regards to that. But they never checked for those things when she first went, like the first few times.
that's
And so,
crazy.
months had passed and that's
Right.
where she was at, but yeah, it's just,
It's
it doesn't
unfortunate.
depend on your like you said, your generational and,
Right.
you
Or
can
you
skip a
can't just
generation, it could start with you, it could end
right,
with you, I
right.
don't know.
That's very true. And the
Yeah.
thing is, too, you can't just depend on what they tell you either.
Mhm.
Because again, y'all
Yeah,
sending me to all these different places
yeah,
and everything
charging
is
up.
coming. back with no,
Yeah.
no, no.
Racking
And
up
I'm like,
money.
okay. And come to find out all along it was perimenopause.
Yeah. Wow.
Girl, I
Wow.
could have
And
been
put you
on
through a very stressful moment where your family's worried, you're worried, you don't know whether to tell the
girl.
kids yet what you're
I
going
ain't told
through.
the
You're trying to
kids.
figure
I'm
it
sitting in
out.
silence. I'm crying every day. And
Ooh.
I'm just like, Lord, I trust you. I'm like, I'm not going crazy. Like,
Yeah.
and
Something's
again,
wrong.
it took a Middle Eastern doctor to be like, no, you don't have that. This is
Yeah.
actually what you have. And this
Yeah.
is why that is happening. And I'm like
Wow.
crying.
Wow.
So imagine a whole year and a half missing the required medicines that would have got me all the way together to
Mm.
now I'm just now taking them.
Right. Exactly. Wow. And then the amount of things that you moved around, the amount of things that put on the back burner because you had
Yeah,
to, you were worried about what you were going through or what you were dealing with. And
right.
it turned out to, not to downplay it, but, you know,
Something totally
it's very
different.
less than what you were thinking.
Right. That's treatable.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Right. Wow.
Okay.
Oh, look at God though. Look at God how
Okay.
he
Look
show
at
up
God.
and
But God,
and
every
turn
time I
those other
think about
results
it,
down.
girl, I cry and I tell him thank you because
Thank
what
you,
I
Lord.
thought was not going to be, he had to sit me down and keep me still. And now seeing the blessings of it, I'm here to see that during that season, my daughter get married. My daughter
Yeah.
had my first grandchild. My
Yeah.
second grandchild's here. So, you know,
Yes.
and it's when you go through those type of healthcare things where you're dismissed or unheard,
Yeah.
sometimes you do have to be quiet and just go through it, just you and God. Like it ain't for an audience. It's not to share with everybody until after. Tell the testimony after.
Yeah.
That's my thing. Not while you're
Yeah.
going through it because people can stress you out, can make it worse. So,
I agree, sis, to a certain extent. And
mhm.
the only reason why I disagree with a portion is only
Right.
because I do believe that God is present when it's few or more people praying for you. And I feel like sometimes we need those people that we know, that are going to lock in and pray for us, to be aware and available to do that, 'cause I do believe that prayer works in miraculous ways,
No,
and
and
so sometimes when I'm going through something, I do have to, like I don't I'm not saying, like, put a post on Facebook, but I'm saying, like,
right.
those few prayer warrior friends that I have,
But
I'll
that's
shoot
gonna
them a
advocate
message and
and
say,
gonna
"Hey,
pray for
pray for
you.
me real quick, I'm on my way to the hospital, da 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 da, this is
Right.
going on," and boom, I got 3 or 4 people praying, and I just feel like that does make a huge difference. So
I
that's
would
the only
agree
thing,
with you.
only
No, no,
thing.
I get what you're saying. I guess let me restate this. Go to the right people. So
Yeah,
for me, I had to sit still. And yes,
yeah,
there were certain people I know I had talked to you about it and others that
mhm.
prayed for me. I'm not discrediting that. But
Yes,
I think for me too, I had to sit still because of the things that were happening. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't want
mhm.
my kids worrying. I didn't want my kids
Yes,
stressing because there were things that were happening in their life
yeah,
positive that I didn't want to take from that. So
yeah,
I agree with you. So
yes,
yes, so like you and other people, yeah, I had talked to y'all about it, prayed, and
yes.
we kept it moving and we watched God work. So
Amen. Amen. Yes.
amen,
Yeah.
amen.
Yeah.
All right.
So let me ask, how does medical bias impact Black women's overall health and well-being?
I think it impacts it a lot. I think it can either impact it negatively or positively. I just think it depends on it, but I think it does impact it a lot. I think we don't get the proper care. You get what I'm saying? I think with I think sometimes doctors come in with an already made up mind. You get what I'm saying? Like I said
Yeah.
before,
Yeah.
you're in front of the doctor and oh, you have, high blood pressure, you have cholesterol issues, or you have, gastro issues or whatever. And they already are assuming that it's hereditary.
Yeah.
And then when you give them the answer of
Yeah.
no, nobody, like your friend you shared with cancer, nobody in her family had it. So
Yeah.
I think sometimes we're at a disadvantage when bias comes into play because sometimes healthcare providers already have a made up mind
Yeah.
in regards I, and that's just me personally. That's a personal experience.
Yeah.
What about you?
Yeah, I agree with that 100%. I also think that we have a medical bias as well as Black women too, because of some of the experiences that we've had or seen other people go through. Whereas we don't go to the doctor right away, or
Mhm.
we don't listen to what the doctor is saying, or we don't fully understand or get a full comprehension of like what's going on, what we need to do, and being strict on doing those things to help ourselves and our health, right? And so
That's true.
I think that that's a big thing too, because sometimes we wait till the last minute to go to the doctor until like we can't take it no more, or now the meds ain't working for a while, and
Right. When
sometimes
you
we're
should have
so
went day
busy.
one.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. And we're so busy, we're doing this and that we actually forget that we still got these symptoms going on, and that we're taking this medicine in the morning, so we kind of forget about it. And then at night, we're taking the medicine again,
Right.
and it's just a cycle that keeps going on and on, but we never end up seeing a doctor or a practitioner about the issues that we're dealing with. And so, or we downplay it, right? It's
Yeah.
just your
Oh, I'm
cramps,
fine.
or yeah, it's your cramps, or you're overstressed right now, or you got a lot of stress at work, or this is on your mind, or whatever the case is. And sometimes that's not what it is, and you just need to get it checked out. So
That's true.
I think that's like a medical bias that we have as far as people, and not trusting
Hmm.
the
Oh,
medical
I'm just
system.
gonna take this medicine and I'm gonna be fine because I think kind of like what we've talked about in past episodes, we have that strong mentality and we feel like
Mhm.
we have to be strong in every area, even healthcare, to where
Yeah.
it can be very detrimental. It can affect you. Like
Yeah.
the first time you went to doctor, they gave you the meds, it didn't get any better. So, you should have continue to advocate instead of, "Oh, I'm good, I'm all right." And then it's
Yeah.
too late and you done passed out somewhere. And,
Yeah.
we you know what I'm saying? Or
Yeah.
heaven forbid, silent killers kill you because
Exactly.
that's our mentality. That's that, like you said, bias too, that we have so much going on that we kind of
Yeah.
push healthcare to the side.
Yeah. Until we're,
It's too late.
in a emergency situation and gotta be rushed to the hospital, and nobody knows, why you passed away so suddenly, or, why this happened to this
Right.
person. And is because sometimes we ignore what our body has already been telling us for a while.
That is so very true. Y'all get checked out. Don't play with it. Do not play
Okay.
with it.
Okay, 2026, we going to the doctor, we checking
We
it
doing
out,
our
and if there's something
checkups,
wrong,
we
we're getting a
doing our
second opinion.
wellness, whatever. Now, I'm
Yeah.
not saying don't become no VIP at the hospital or the urgent care, but the stuff that you
Yeah.
know when you know something ain't right,
Yeah.
please get it checked out.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah. Google
That's
is not your doctor.
girl. WebMD is not your doctor.
Your
Now,
mama your mama ain't your doctor.
Granny, she ain't the doctor, you
Your
know.
man ain't your doctor.
Okay. And no, don't take no tussin because it ain't gonna make it better.
Robitussin.
Go to the doctor, please,
Yes, yes,
please. I can't stress it enough.
yeah.
I'm not saying, like I said, be a hypochondriac. You stub your toe, you in the ER. But
Mhm,
when don't
yeah,
just sit there because that them little minutes can
yeah,
change your entire life.
Yeah, the sooner you know, the sooner you could take action, the sooner you can make changes and have a better outcome.
That is so true.
Yeah.
What signs tell you it's time to seek a second opinion or change providers?
Um, I know right away, based off that first visit with with a doctor, I know automatically, okay, baby, it's just like a
You're not
therapist,
giving me no eye
okay?
contact.
I
You ain't
already
even said
know.
my first name.
Yeah. Yeah, you're not asking me about anything that I have going on. You're not having conversation, asking about my life, what my activities are, things like that that have to do with me specifically. If you're just
Right.
looking at the paperwork to see what questions I answered and how I answered them,
Mhm.
sometimes we answer those questions and we don't actually know like the real answers. We're not calling
We
up
don't answer
family and
it
saying,
truthfully.
"Hey, yeah, hey mama, do anybody got this E word?" You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
we're not doing that. And so yeah, I know right away if a doctor is not connecting
Engaged.
with me, not engaged with me, not understanding my past or wanting to know things that I have going on. So if that's the case, then yeah, I'm gonna need to go ahead and get a new referral.
Right. Right. I would, you know what? I agree with you with that. And I
Yeah,
think too, it's for me, I'm more I'm more alert now.
yeah,
With the womanly visits, you know what I'm saying? If you're not engaging, you're not listening, you ain't looked at my file from previous,
mhm,
um, and you going right to certain things. When I know that it's not that, then I'm like, you know what? I tune out, and then I'm like, I'm back logging in on the network of the insurance company. Let me go to their directory and find somebody else.
yeah,
In a heartbeat.
yeah,
Because time is of the essence. So if you're a provider and you're dismissive and you're not really getting to know your patient, and I'm not
mhm,
saying we have to be best of friends,
right,
but engage with me. I think that first appointment, that shouldn't be a 10 or 15-minute appointment.
yeah,
That should be a good 30 to 45 minutes max. Like we done dig
yeah,
deep into the medical history. Candy, what's going on, Fancy? Like how you
right,
been? What does your work look like? What does your day-to-day look like?
yeah,
All of that
yeah,
to where you can
exactly,
write up a clear plan for me
yeah,
to get on the right track and be healthy. And I feel the goal should both be the same between the doctor, provider, and the patient. The
yeah.
goal is for me to cure, the goal is for me to get healthy. Don't just prescribe me a bunch of pills and, oh, I'll see you in 3 months.
Exactly. Exactly. Let me know what your recommendations are for me to deal with certain things, or maybe something that I need to look out for that may be coming up, or maybe, some tests that I may need to look out for because I'm coming up on
Right.
45, like different things
Right.
like that,
Like share
but
that
how
with
do you
me.
know that if you don't know, and that's the funny thing is because a lot of times when I have went to the doctor with my kids, because I
Mhm.
look so young, they would come in the room and would be like, "Hi, girls, how are you?" And I'm like, excuse me, I'm her
I'm their mama.
mom. Like, I'm her mom. So you address me in that order, right? Not as,
Right.
hey, girls, you know what I mean? And
I'm
then,
not the big sister taking them to the doctor because mama working. I'm their mama. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. So you address me accordingly, give me respect, and then, talk to me about, my child's health and well-being and where we at. So same thing, for myself. Don't come in here, thinking I'm 19, talk to me
Right.
like a 44-year-old woman who has some things going on.
Right. I agree with you. I think for me, it would be you haven't even looked at my file. So I'm telling you a situation and you over here talking about pregnancy. Ma'am,
Excuse
on the
me?
paper, I filled it out.
Right.
I checked the part that said I can't have kids no more
Yeah,
because of a procedure. Why are we
exactly.
going down the pregnancy path?
Exactly. And you know what that also is very important, right? Is choosing a doctor who has time for you, who has time to look over your file, who has time to conversate with you. A lot of these doctors are so booked and busy that they're just trying to get you out and get on to the next patient. When you
Funnel
go in
you
there
in
and
and
there's
funnel you
15
out.
people and there's one
Right.
doctor. Yeah, so like
It's
you
like,
said, they're not
why
even
y'all
looking
got
over
on
your
your
file.
thing? Right. Why are you saying we accepted new patients
Mhm.
when you ain't even focused on the current patients? Make it make
Exactly.
sense. Because if
Exactly.
I come in here again, sir, ma'am,
Exactly.
and I gotta say, no,
Right.
my tubes are tied.
Yeah. You
I
have
don't
something
need birth.
wrong.
I don't need birth control.
Exactly.
Because if I end up pregnant, it's gonna be $1 million baby.
It's gonna be baby Jesus number 2.
Okay. Girl, I'm gonna be like, now, God, we got a
I know you,
relationship. And
man.
some, look, you got a funny sense of humor, but this ain't funny.
Okay, but this not funny. This is not funny. Just not.
So I just
Mm-mm.
need these providers to listen, like,
Yeah.
listen.
Yeah. And have time, patience.
Right.
Have patience for your patients.
There it is there. Have patience for your patience. I
Yeah.
think we need to get a shirt made next appointment. Oh, that's
Yeah.
a cute shirt. Oh no, this is a message for you.
Because
Have
that's the reason
patience.
why we end up at the emergency room or urgent care is because our primary care doctor doesn't
Don't
have time
listen.
to see us, right.
They
You
don't
can't just
listen.
go in tomorrow and see your doctor and tell them what's going
No.
on, so now you gotta go to emergency room or urgent care, so
Or having a phobia when you get in there. So then they check your blood pressure and it's sky high and they immediately want to write a prescription. How about you
exactly.
say, you good today? This ain't normally like this. Oh, you would probably find that person saying, I'm just nervous when I go to the doctor. Then, as a trained professional, you know what? Then let's just have a conversation. We're going to
Yeah,
check your blood pressure at the
yeah,
end.
let's start there. Let's start there.
Right. Right.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's a
Yeah,
good one.
that's
A
important.
good one.
Okay, what's one way Black women can assertively advocate for the care they deserve?
I say take notes. Ask for your records. Ask for your records. And I did that. And even though this may be the doctor that you vibing with, still go get a second opinion.
Yeah,
But take notes. Take
yeah,
notes.
yeah,
I think for I had a period where I had I had my diabetes doctor and he just was not listening. And I was doing really good. My A1C was good,
hmm,
good, but he just wanted to increase it. He wanted to
yeah,
increase the meds. And I'm like, so, educate yourself, do your research when they diagnose you with something. At that
yeah,
point, then it's okay to get on WebMD, Google MD, ask those questions. And
right,
I just remember him being just so mad when I asked a
yeah,
question about metformin, because metformin is a killer for Black people,
yeah,
diabetes medicine. And I was
yeah,
asking, and well, I'm the doc. I'm the doctor.
yeah. They
And I'm
get
like,
offended.
well, no, then I'm telling you, it's tearing my stomach up.
Yeah,
I'm not taking it.
yeah, yeah,
Like, take your notes and you got to advocate for yourself. Don't just sit there, ask questions.
yeah,
Really, challenge them. If it
yeah.
don't sound right, it don't sit right. Look,
Mhm.
Dr. Fancy, you're gonna have to break it down for me in layman's terms because you saying this, but
Right,
I
right, but
went
it's not
home
clicking.
and I looked it up and it ain't sitting right with me,
Yeah,
and then request alternatives. Well, it doesn't necessarily always have to be medicine. You get what I'm saying? Like, well,
right.
what can I do
Yeah,
differently? Can I change up my diet? How
mhm,
do my goal is to not be on these medicines for the rest of my life. So,
right,
can we come up with a plan on how
yeah,
I'm gonna take it for a little bit so I can, because it's been out of whack, to get
right,
it, under control. but the
Right.
goal is not to take anything. So
Right.
as your patient, that's what we need to be working on. But we
Right.
already know the answer to why big pharma. So that's never they're not going to ever take a holistic or natural approach. They're never going to share that with you.
Yeah, of course, because they want to keep you in the loop of
Right.
getting
And the money
medicine,
thing.
spending money and stuff like that. Yeah,
Hmm.
definitely. Yeah.
What about you?
I agree with you on the note taking. I think that when we get to the doctor, we're very nervous. A lot of times we forget about, sometimes you forget what pain or what you're dealing with when you're not in that moment. And so
Mhm.
I try to keep notes like in a health tracker, if you have an Apple phone or Android, using a health tracker, keeping track of your menstrual cycles, keeping track of your different symptoms during that time frame. If you don't have one, of course, just keeping track of, when you're having those headaches. Is it a certain time? Are you noticing it's when you eat this or when you don't eat or when you're not exercising?
Right.
Having an exercise app too to show, this is when I'm
What have you
active. These are the things I'm
switched
doing.
up? Do you normally have this
Exactly.
reaction? Or
Yeah. Exactly, exactly. So I think having those notes
yeah,
is very important. So that way, when you get to the doctor, you have, kind of those dates, um, the symptoms that you're going through, what you're dealing with, your activities, everything written down. Even some of those family things that you want to mention, or
right.
maybe anything that's concerning you, or that you think that you need answers to, having that stuff written down so that way when you're there, I pull out that notepad real quick or that notes app,
Okay.
and these are some of the
Honey, I
questions
hit
I
the record on
had.
the phone. I
Exactly.
hit the record on the phone.
So you can refer back to it. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, and compare
You
it,
said
right?
last week or the
Yeah,
last visit XYZ.
yeah.
Why is we
And
still talking about this?
exactly. And I'm big on accountability partners. So I always say take somebody with you. Somebody
Hmm.
that somebody that you love, that understands you, that
Yeah.
knows, all of your things,
Yep.
that can go with you. And if they're not able to be present, having them on a FaceTime or a call or something like that. That
I
way
call my
they
mama
can
in a
help you with some
heartbeat.
of those questions. Yeah, because you
I
may
call her in a heart.
forget, but they know.
Right. When especially when it gets to the history. Hold on one second. Bloop,
Mhm,
ma. Um, did anybody in your side of the family? She be like, "Oh, what about you? Let me ask you." You know,
mhm.
and it, check it on off, write it on off.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. Or your mom may bring up something, right? "Oh, baby, remember that time when you called
Yeah,
me and you had those real bad stomach pains, and I
and
told you
remind
to
you.
take that da da da." Yeah, exactly. Sometimes we forget, and so that's
Hmm.
where that accountability partner comes in, whoever that, could be for you. I say having them available is definitely,
Hmm.
gonna help advocate for your health.
Right. Yep.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. All
Yeah.
right. So it looks like, um, can you see we got some comments, some questions? Those who are on with us.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Candace. Thank
Yes,
you.
Candace, heavy on the listening, honey. Absolutely.
Yes.
And then Fifi baby, do you think that doctors use your past history to diagnose or dismiss you without doing the actual work to see what's wrong? Absolutely. At Fifi
Yeah.
baby, I was a witness. They absolutely do it. They
Yes, they
had
ab
me diagnosed with breast cancer for something that was going on from perimenopause. I was a week away. They was going to start me on radiation, taking these horse radiation, horse pills or whatever. And
mhm.
something just told me to go get a second opinion. And I'm so glad I did because I found out it wasn't even that. It was perimenopause all along. They had my body all out of whack, the top part and the bottom. So Absolutely, they do. They
Yeah.
dismiss, they don't listen.
Yeah, and I've actually experienced the opposite, right? Where you don't
Mhm.
have a history of that, and so because you don't have a history in this area, they're gonna say nothing's wrong with you. Oh, you just gained a little weight. Oh, you just stressed because you started a new job, or you just got these things going on. So
Right.
there's nothing wrong with you because you don't have a history. So it can go either way for real.
Right,
It
you
can
like,
go
"Hold
either
on
way.
up here, I can't button nothing, I'm up here crying. I'm crying at 8 a.m., I'm angry by 10,
Mhm.
sleepy, tired by 12." Like, "Stop it." "Oh, you're
Yeah.
fine."
Yeah, you're okay. You just started a new job. It's
"Okay."
fine. It's job jitters.
"Yeah, you're not
Yeah,
listening. I've been feeling like this for about 4 or 5 months when I
right,
was at the old job. Now I'm at the
right,
new job."
right. Exactly.
No. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, good questions, good questions.
Thank you so much for the questions, comments, for the
Keep them
views.
coming, keep them coming.
Feedback. Yeah.
All right. Well, that's it for our first episode, our second episode. I'm sorry, live. Woo woo.
Woo
Episode 12.
woo.
All right, who is this? Sam 1031. Doctors don't know everything. That's why they call it practice. They don't care like they used to. That is so true. That is
You're
so
right. It's
true.
called a
Candy was
practice.
saying that earlier. They grow these businesses because they out for the money. And so the bedside manner goes out the window.
Yeah, and they treat your symptoms. So just like we looking it up, they're looking it up in their medical books to see what this could be based on these symptoms. And
And it
so
cannot even
you're
be that.
completely right. Yeah, practice. They're practicing on you until they get it right.
No, I don't want to be a guinea pig. I'm good.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
I'm tired. I don't want to be poked and pried. I don't want to do none of that.
yeah. So it's
And
almost
you
like
know
you have
what?
to go to someone who specializes in that area so that you could see like if they have practiced this
Right.
or perfected it to see if
Right.
maybe they can help
But I
assist.
think for me too, it's a respect thing. I respect you more if as my doctor, um, you tell me you don't know. You know what? That is not my area. I do know a doctor. Let me refer you to him.
Mhm.
That speaks volumes to me because
Yeah.
that lets me know one, you heard me. You're
Mhm.
equally as concerned as me and you want to help me instead of
Mhm.
just writing a prescription.
Yeah.
That's to me speaks volumes as a provider that you're actually listening.
Yeah. Yep, it does. Trying to pay back all those loans.
Listen, look here, all the medical bills, honey, they forgiven.
Yeah. We have another comment.
Okay. Candace said, "That's so insane." Yes, they definitely don't care like they used to. It's like we have to already know what's wrong and they're there to confirm it. I always trust your gut and be loud about it. That is so true. It amazes me how you're going, "Oh, well, you know what? I got a headache. I think it's my blood pressure." You don't even got blood pressure. And they in their little laptop, like, "Yeah, it's blood pressure. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna write you." It's like, I don't have blood pressure.
Exactly.
Or they
Yeah.
go on WebMD the same time you on there.
Exactly. Or they tell you all these things and you haven't done a blood test, you haven't had an
Right.
exam, you haven't had, any x-rays or CAT scans or anything to confirm, right?
Right.
So you're just going off what you think.
Shoot. If that's the
So,
case, then I don't need to pay you that 25 or $50 copay.
okay, and
And
the
we just
money for
gonna
the
grab a
prescription.
pair of dice and
Yeah.
oh,
If I'm gonna confirm it myself or I'm
I
gonna
don't
figure
need
it out
you.
myself and come to
Right.
you for the medicine, what we doing?
It's
Yeah.
so true.
Yeah, it is. It is very true.
Well,
Yeah.
good, good, good. I love it. I love it. I love the comments. That is so. Thank you guys for commenting. We felt that this was something important. Especially as Black women, we again have to advocate for ourselves. We have to advocate for each other.
Yeah.
I'm quick to, if you tell me something going on here, if I've had a good experience with the doctor,
Mhm.
here, call them, see if they take your insurance. Get
Right.
over there, because what you got going on don't sound right. I don't know what your doctor is telling you, but here, go try it here.
Yeah. Or if you know a person who doesn't feel heard, but your doctor is very relatable, then,
Yep.
it's good to pass on that information. But also, like, I'm just very big on like sharing your symptoms, things that you're going through and what it could be, just in case you can help somebody else. Even if it's after the fact and you're open now to telling others about it, then,
Hmm.
doing that to help, your fellow sisters out, that
Absolutely.
definitely helps too.
I told you sitting in your chair, I was like, girl, these
Mhm.
night sweats ain't no joke. I know you're not there yet, but I'm just letting you know they're not no
Ooh-wee.
joke.
I
These
know.
mood swings ain't no joke.
Ooh, I said I'm a late bloomer. I hope I continue to be late.
Girl, I don't
Okay.
want it for you, because you're gonna be calling me and we're gonna have to
Ooh,
blink you out a little fan, girl. You're gonna be carrying your fan around.
Imma be sleeping on that balcony.
Okay. We're gonna have to get you look. Where them fans at? That's what we
Where
gonna
them
be doing.
fans at? Where them fans at?
Because let me tell you, it ain't, I don't wish it on nobody.
Okay.
Girl,
Yeah.
from the crying to
Oh.
everything, to wanting to eat up everything
Oh,
and the not sleeping,
I
honey.
know. I remember my mom being irritated and being like, "Turn the fan off. Turn it back on. Open the window.
Girl, okay, and
Turn
that's
the
how
air
I
on.
am.
Turn the
I
heat on."
have the ceiling fan on. I got a stand-up fan only facing me.
Mm-mm.
Bro, he like, come on. Like, why is it so cold in here?
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I'm not ready. I'm not
Girl,
ready.
no, I'm telling you, honey. When you call me, I'm gonna have your care package ready. Here you go.
Good, good. Imma need
Use
that.
it. 'Cause, girl, and I
I'm
got a
allergic
little
to aspirin
handheld
now,
fan.
so
Huh?
I'm allergic to aspirin now,
I ain't gonna give you no aspirin.
Okay, good.
I can't take it. I can't take it either.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, it ain't no joke. It ain't no
Mhm.
joke. So we have to be there, support each other,
Yeah.
cheer each other on, let you know that you're not crazy. Ain't nothing
Yeah.
wrong with you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yes, Candace Nicole. Where them fans at? In my
That's what the
purse.
song was made for. It was made for premenopause. What you call it?
Okay.
Perimenopause and menopause women.
Okay. And after menopause is over, you still gonna need that fan.
Right.
All right, ladies. Well, thank you for joining us. We appreciate all the comments and the support. Be sure again to click and subscribe to Two Queens and a Mic podcast. We've got some exciting things. You can go back. Where, like I said, we're starting off on YouTube, but if you want to go back and watch previous episodes, you could do so on Spotify. We have them up there,
And
loaded
turn
for
that
you.
bell on so you get the notifications when we go live.
Yep, turn them on, and then go to the Facebook, go to the Instagram, Two Queens and a Mic podcast page. Um, we've sent out invites. Follow, so that you are in the room. We have some exciting things. You guys can send us messages on comments, things you guys want to talk about and discuss. This is a safe space.
Yes.
We are diving into any and everything. Nothing is off limits as far as topics go.
Yes.
So we just want to tell you thank you. Thank you once again for joining us. I'm your girl, Nicole.
And fancy.
We'll see you next week. You want to go
In a
ahead
minute,
and close us out?
guys. Oh, you want me to close this out?
Yeah, close. You know how we do, girl. We don't play.
All right. Dear God, thank you for bringing us together for another chance to have an open conversation about Black women and our health, Lord. Thank you for giving us accountability partners and someone that we can talk to and trust with our health issues.
Yes.
We thank you, Jesus. In your name we pray. Amen.
Amen. We are signing off for now. Have a good night.
In a minute.
In a minute.